First and foremost, what the role of charter schools has been that they've offered families and offered students and communities different and oftentimes better choices, right? And so for me, that's probably the main impact, right? And so instead of me having to go to my neighborhood school or only having, you know, some limited options in terms of what's available for me or my student, the charter world kind of brought in more options for communities that oftentimes didn't have options. And more diversity in options. So it's not just, you know, more schools, but each of the charters have different philosophies. They look different. They focus on different things. Like I talked about Cox, and, you know, we're not having extended day, we're not whatever. But there's some other charters that offer that, and that may be the best thing for those students or those families. And so I appreciate that the movement has broadened what's available, the access for families and students and communities who prior didn't have as much choice or as much access. So that's huge. I think that the charter movement has also, possibly intentionally, but definitely proven a lot to people about how certain communities can be and succeed. So when I talked about me wanting to come here because they were serving the same students that I served in the traditional public school, and again, myself as a social advocate, the movement has brought to light that communities of color, communities of poverty, or these communities that otherwise historically had been underserved and had been unsuccessful in our current educational structure could actually thrive and flourish. And so for me, it's about a statement that the charter system makes. It's not charter versus public for me or charter versus public versus private. It's, again, more access for people, more choice for parents to find whatever school and whatever setting is better for them, but also a lot of redefining of historic kind of status quo and saying, you know, look at all these schools that have been successful, for all these schools that, for all these students that otherwise had not been successful.